Good afternoon, Freedom Friends. This is Bee with Life Done Free. I thought I would show you a video on what I do with some of my honey that I get from my hives. One of the things I do is make honey straws because it's a quick, on-the-go sweet treat that you can have that doesn't make any mess, and it's hard to be in a bad mood when you got a honey straw. If you're interested in checking it out, come on. Good morning, Freedom Friends. This is Bee from Life Done Free. Today, I am going to be making some honey straws. Got my straws. Got my machine. Now I have to get the honey ready. So I'm going to show you a quick overview of this honey maker. I got this device from my honey instructor, my bee instructor. They have been doing bees for quite some time. I think they're up to 70 hives. And so he invented this machine here that you pull honey from, and it's powered by air, and then you use this soldering iron to seal the straws. So I'm going to get my air compressor. I'm going to fill the tank with air up to 80, and then I'm going to get my honey, put it into a thermos with the modified lid here, and we are going to make some honey straws. Now, not knowing this previously, these straws are from Sam's Club. These are the jumbo straws, and these are from the internet. I actually got these from my instructor because these are considered giant straws, which who would have known there's such a difference in, I guess there's a whole big array of straws that you can order. But this one, like, fits inside of that one. It's so small. So gigantic, jumbo. That's the jumbo. Could you imagine what the regular size is? Anyway, I'm going to be using the gigantic straws. And then I'll show you how the whole process works. I'm going to get set up, and then I will be right back with you. Okay, so let's go get the honey ready first, because that I think will stay a little warm a little longer. So we were in the dining room there. There's the fireplace, dining room. Now we are going into the kitchen. This is Bee's kitchen, not my processing kitchen, just my normal, regular, everyday kitchen. Here's my normal refrigerator. Just LG, we power it. This uses quite a few less watts than our last fridge, so that's why we bought this one. So this particular one has a lever here, so you don't have to open the whole door to get out something just like for a drink. So anyway, I have over here on the wood stove, look, wood cooking. Anyway, wood stove here, and up here in this warmer, I took some honey. This is my honey right here. It is thawing out. See how it's got some dark spots there? because it's sitting right here next to the wood stove. I also have a jar right there that I am warming up. Okay, so in order for the honey to flow very smoothly, I put it up here. Now that's not overly hot. I can touch it. It just... So this is the honey from my hive. It's a darker honey. This is a fall honey. You can see there's like some white kind of foamy stuff on top. That is a little bit of wax and a little bit of propolis. And over here, I have the bottle. So I've been heating the bottle here. Not hot enough to not touch. I mean, it's just barely warm. But I had a little bit of honey in there already. So I'm going to fill my honey into my canister, and this is where it's gonna suck the honey from. Okay, so here's my honey. I'm gonna pour it into the about 3.5 cups. Okay. I'm trying not to get the honey on the threads of the jar because I don't want it to cake on there. Not that it wouldn't come off in the bad idea paper. Okay, now we've got the honey into the thermos. We are going back into the kitchen or dining room where I have this set up. Now on the lid, this is the lid to the thermos. He has fitted this to accept the hose, right? The tops. Well, the bottom one is a straw to suck the honey up, and one is a port to push air in. So I put a tiny little star on the side that has the straw so that I know which one which one of these hoses I'm going to hook up to which nozzle. So we're going to put our lid on. This is why I did not want to get honey on the threads, because I want it to be able to close without any resistance. Okay, so there's the honey. And we are going to put the air side onto the air side. See that? The air side on the air side. And then I'm going to grab my handy dandy pliers. It actually works better with a flat nose plier, but needle nose works too. Okay, so I've got the tube all the way down over that fitting. Now I'm going to take the crimp and push the crimp down over the hose so that it holds the hose on. I'm going to take the other side, which is connected to the air port, So this one goes on here. Don't want to loosen that fitting. Okay, now put the clamp up top to hold the stuff in place. Take my bottle. Put it around here. You know what, I'm gonna make this, I'm going to put this on the flat side of the table over here. Or I will just put this leaf down in the table to create a flat edge. Okay. There we go. See, it's not as hard. Okay. So now we got our one end onto the air. Now we're going to put it over here onto the bottle. Take my pliers and adjust the clamp. Okay, oops, see, this one needs to come down. So all this needs to be taken apart to wash, so. And then of course you want it to dry and, okay. Clamp that down. Turn the tube off. Okay, so that one's on, that one's on, that one's on, that one's on. Got all that. We are going to air the air compressor up and plug in the soldering iron. So, air compressor first. I will get that and show you what that looks like. So we are going to hook it up to here and fill this tank. Have here a Ryobi air compressor that I use on the farm. I'm going to hook it up here to the tank, close it down, and I am going to fill my tank. Fill it to 80, take off the air compressor. Okay. Plug in my extension cord. Okay. Plug in the soldering iron and turn on the soldering iron. Make sure it's on. Okay. We are almost there, folks. So we are going to first we are going to use this jar and we're going to bleed the air out of the line, and then we will start filling some straws. Let's see if I can Okay, I just had to go and look and see what we were using for power because I want to make sure that we have enough sun today. So I want to make sure that we are just managing it. So this is heating up. Let's go ahead and I'm going to turn on this. You can tell that there is honey all in the line and ready to go. So what we're gonna do is okay, so can you see all the way down to here? Yep, okay. So we're gonna take the straw, we're gonna put it into the feeder. We're gonna seat it in place. We're going to fill it. Here comes the honey. We can burp it, allowing that to, oh, I don't have the air compressor on. Turn the air on. Okay, so now we're going to seal it. I'm going to go halfway, stop, come back this way, and cut it the rest of the way. And there's the little part that we cut off. Typically I put it up top here where okay, so when you do go to seal these, the guy that made this contraption here put this little lip on here. Can you see this lip? This lip. So instead of setting the straw on here to fill, we're going to set it on here to seal. And we're still going to put it right up through that clamp, setting it, resting it on here, and that should line up perfectly with that top to pinch it so that I can just seal across the top. And what I have when in waste is really minimal. So these are the straws. And see how they have just the slightest bit on the top? That's what I'm going to seal. And this is how much of the straw that is actually wasted. Just a tiny little circle at the top. So I'm going to continue on with this batch. I'm not going to seal these until tomorrow because I want any air bubbles that are in the bottoms, I want them to rise to the top so that they don't have any air in them Here, look at this one. This one actually has a bubble at the bottom. So that is going to burp its way up. Good morning. We are on day 2 of honey straws. Here are the straws that I made yesterday before I emptied the canister. So because I had the spillage yesterday, there are 60 here. I'm not sure how many are here, but I'm gonna come back and seal these. Right now, I should not have used paper towel. I should have used a cloth. So I need to get that off of there. Note to self, do not use paper towel to cover them. Use a cloth, which I knew better. I've got everything plugged in. This is heating up. I already have honey in the canister, so I can continue. But I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna show how to seal the tops of these. The bottoms are all sealed, and you can tell that by looking in your jar. If the bottom of the jar has any honey in it, then they have leaked. One of them at least has leaked. So I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna set it on this. Push it through. Set it on that. Pinch it closed. Run my soldering iron, and voila. Now then I'll take these, put them in a bucket, new side straight up, and then I'll check it for air bubbles. No air bubbles. I should have tried to make both pinch marks face the same way so that when they're laying in a tube, there's no pokey side up, if you're particular in that fashion. From yesterday, here's the waste of the straw clippings that I had to scrape off. Of course, there's honey on them. So a little bit of a waste on the straws because not all of them are, I guess, lined up correctly. So I'm gonna go through. So I put a bucket on the floor in case I make a mess. Lesson learned from yesterday. All right, about 80 to go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Houston, Houston, valve is open. Okay, so there we go. Just made a nice big honey mess. Oh, I should have measured it. It was, look at this one right here. There is a bee leg. Organic.